The road trip ends for the Jazz here as they look excellent.
And I think for the Jazz, every NBA season, there's always they'd have to be.
You don't find many experts who are willing to predict anywhere near this level of success for them prior to the season.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Hayward in at the 3 spot.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Mack dishes to Favors. Hayward outside. Rejected by Millsap, and they get it back. Favors passes to Hood, and he gets it to go. Here's Teague. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but...
Okay. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The Hawks working the ball around. Horford sets a screen for Teague. Baseline try, but he gets it back. Over Gobert. A nice shot by Teague.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Now here's Favors. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. Mack, no luck. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Teague up top. Second chance shot. No good. And it's Utah the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
An East-West showdown. Only one of 2 games between these squads.
And because of that, the time is now to seize control of the matchup. We'll see who strikes first.
And the Jazz with possession here. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Hayward can hit. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard.
Really tightened up at the end, guys. I mean, I think they were playing not to lose instead of playing to win. You got to get them.
Here's Mack following the bucket by the Hawks. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Hayward. Another miss by Utah.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Millsap. He's coming off a 13-point game against Boston.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
So it's Utah now after Kyle Korver missing on that last 3-pointer. Hood dishes to Favors. Gobert the screen. Hayward outside. Shot to stop the drought. Bazemore grabs the miss. For Atlanta, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And that is good.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
Here's Mack after Kyle Korver's bucket. Mack the pass to Favors. He kicks to Mack. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Bazemore grabs the miss. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
And the Jazz with possession here. After the basket by Atlanta. Gobert with a screen on Teague. Gobert with a wide-open look. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep. there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Well, the Jazz look like the team we're used to seeing for so long last year. A big part of that was how they dictated the pace, Greg, of the game.
Very good point. I mean, the Jazz did a great job of slowing things down and avoiding turning things into a track meet, just focusing on playing to their strengths.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jeff Teague.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can.